Coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. That's caught right side by Palmer. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6. The 30 to the 31. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And out across midfield down to the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Herbert now. He's going to let this one go deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Eckler again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive. drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. A good job there getting to him quickly after the catch as he's brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Come on. Hey.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Hooker. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Hooker. And he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the 1st down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
The Charger drive about to get going. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Throw out wide is incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On third down, here's Eckler.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now fourth down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Hooker. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Hooker. Flushed out right. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Charger drive about to get going. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. On the option right, Herbert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. But that's what he can do. When he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter. And
you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing. Hooker. Flush to his right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
First down, here's White. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively. The Raiders at 11-2 now, and I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Going with White here, toss left. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Hooker. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders Eagles are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Palmer. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I thought I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Get it.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Hooker's going to throw it. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Now it's Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen from 17 yards out. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Here we go. Strike.
On 1st and 10, Hooker being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it.
Caught on the right side by Adams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third and 5. Trying to throw again here. Hooker is swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
First down throw here. It's Hooker. He lets it go deep for Mayer.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Crowd right. 59.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, Eckler. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. A give, Eckler running to the right. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Gonna throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40.
Herbert changing things up.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. Fighting his way through contact. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. It's Eckler again. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On the option, here's Eckler.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Not liking the look, they'll change the play.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this one is right through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Ready, ready.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Hooker. Got a man. It's Mayer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It's a gain of 34.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Let's go now.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hooker.
Open man is Tucker.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
70.
Back to throw. Hooker. And this one is incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ready.
Hooker to the air yet again.
Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll go for it. Hooker.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Charger drive about to get going. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning
yeah,
it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And room there to work it inside the 25.
68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they're going to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. between the tackles. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Okay, ready?
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious.
Look at the big man rumble. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hooker.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Ball resting on the 20. This is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Hooker looking to throw.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Hooker.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go. Hooker going to try and throw for it.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Now Hooker.
Touchdown Raiders. Josh Jacobs from 4 yards out.
And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Trap 60, trap 60. Trap 60.
Hooker to throw.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Set. 21. Ready.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 87 yards on the ground for Eckler here. That's a first down.
Once more, here's Eckler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
We are in it to win it.
Set.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Go, hey, go.
Eckler, they run left side.
And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for L.A., it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm good in my hood like they call me the blessing. You back in my side, you gotta come and check in. After where it get hectic, don't make me slide up on you, no electric. You hit 'em like it's Tetris. You ain't playing, no, you do it texting. Listen, I don't know, I ain't mentioning beef. I don't think no one better than me. You can say what you want, but our steppers don't speak. If I tell them to go, then they stepping on 3 like bought a chain that's competitive. Me make it rain in your hood like I weather the street. My nigga, we good, I'ma get
Menu narration option is set to off.